So Janhvi Kapoor, imagine your best friend, right, just casually surprises you with a Lamborghini.
Wow.
Not just any Lamborghini, but like a really vibrant purple one.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to imagine for most of us.
It sounds totally like something out of a movie, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But apparently it actually happened. Janhvi Kapoor got this unbelievable gift from her friend, Ananya Birla. And that's exactly what we're going to dig into today, this whole story.
Yeah, and it's fascinating, isn't it? Because it mixes, celebrity life, serious wealth, and also friendship dynamics in these, very high-profile circles.
Definitely.
And for anyone who maybe doesn't follow Bollywood super closely, Janhvi Kapoor, she's a big name, came up with the doc. More recently, films like Mr. and Mrs. Mahi. She's really part of this newer generation making waves.
Right, and the person who gave the gift, Ananya Birla, her story is just as compelling.
Absolutely.
She's the eldest daughter of Kumar Mangalam Burla, the head of the Aditya Birla Group, that huge Indian conglomerate.
Massive, yeah. Involved in everything. Cement, metal.
Financial services, retail, everything. But Ananya, she's not just like sitting back. She's a serious entrepreneur herself. She founded Sutantra Microfin, and that's doing really important work, giving financial support to women entrepreneurs in rural India.
Which is incredible.
And then she also started CuroCart, which is an online platform for handcrafted goods. Plus, she studied at the American School of Bombay and then Oxford. So these are two seriously accomplished women.
They really are. Two very different paths in a way, but both very much in the public eye.
So our mission today, I guess, isn't just to, stare wide-eyed at a fancy car.
Right.
We want to kind of unpack the connection between Janhvi and Ananya, look at this whole world of celebrity gifting and really try to figure out what a gesture like this actually means, beyond just the wow.
Exactly. There are definitely layers here. It's more than just a headline.
Okay, let's start with the main event then and the gift itself. We're talking about a purple Lamborghini. The estimated cost is floating around RS4 to RS5 crore. Now, just to put that in perspective, that's roughly, 4.8 million to 6 million US dollars, give or take.
Yeah, that's a jaw-dropping figure, whichever way you slice it.
It really is.
And the model mentioned is the Huracan EVO Spider. Lamborghini's own marketing talks about, the thrill of extreme driving, seductive design, ultralight materials. It's a performance machine.
It's not your average run-around car, is it?
Definitely not. It's a statement piece, built to be seen.
That color, the lilac or purple, that's really caught people's attention. Apparently, someone on Reddit spotted a purple Lamborghini Urus, that's their SUV model, over in Florida.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And someone else commented that this specific shade might be called Viola Parsife, suggesting it could be like a more exclusive, maybe more expensive custom Lamborghini color.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Because with cars at this level, customization is huge. Lamborghini has their ad personam program,
Right.
which basically lets buyers tailor almost everything: paint, interior, stitching, you name it. So it's very likely Ananya put, real thought into this specific look of this gift. It wasn't just off the shelf.
So it wasn't just get her a purple one, it might have been this specific purple.
Quite possibly, yeah. Makes it even more personal.
And the buzz around this has been pretty crazy. Viral Pliani, the photographer, he commented on it, called it a declaration.
A declaration,
Yeah, and he was kind of speculating, maybe playfully, asking if it was tied to a product launch or even hinting at a love story.
Wow, okay. That ramps up the speculation.
It really does. It just shows how much these kinds of things capture the public imagination, We're all a bit fascinated by these lives.
We are. It's like a window into another world. But let's talk about the friendship itself. The reports keep calling Ananya Birla Janhvi's dear friend or even billionaire bestie.
Yeah, I saw that billionaire bestie phrase a few times.
It definitely suggests it's more than just a casual acquaintance. A close bond, seemingly.
And, it feels like this might fit into a wider trend in Bollywood. There was this interesting piece in the Indian Express talking about Bollywood's Friendship 2.0.
Oh, yeah. What was the angle there?
Well, it was suggesting we're seeing more genuine supportive friendships between actors now. Moving away, maybe, from those old stories about intense rivalries.
Okay, that's an interesting take.
They used examples like Shah Rukh Khan and Kajol, their long-standing friendship, and even mentioned Janhvi herself being friendly with contemporaries like Sarah Ali Khan, even though they're kind of in the same space professionally.
That's a good point. And the article also mentioned people like Suhana Khan, Ananya Pandey, Janhvi Kapoor. They've apparently been friends since they were kids.
Right, childhood friends.
So that suggests, maybe there are these deeper networks, a sense of community perhaps, that wasn't always the perception from the outside. Less cutthroat, maybe.
Could be. It's an interesting shift to think about. Now, let's properly get into Ananya Birla's background. Because understanding her family, her own work, it really adds context to a gift like this, doesn't it?
Absolutely crucial context. We mentioned her father and the Jita Burla group, but the scale of that group is, well, it's immense.
Truly vast.
They're into so many sectors. Basic materials, infrastructure, but also loads of consumer stuff. Financial services, retail, paints, e-commerce. Their reach is enormous, both in India and globally.
So coming from that background obviously provides, certain resources.
A certain platform for sure.
Yeah.
But what's really striking is how she's built her own things. You mentioned Svatantra Microfinance earlier.
Yeah, making a real difference for women entrepreneurs in rural areas. That's really significant.
It really is. And then Cart, that's completely different, right? A marketplace for handcrafted goods.
Shows a different side, yeah. Supporting artisans, promoting traditional crafts. It shows like a real breadth of interest and drive.
A diverse entrepreneurial spirit.
And then there's the estimated personal net worth. Reports mention around $13 billion. Forbes India, Economic Times.
13 billion, yeah.
When you hear that number, a gift of several million, while still huge, fits into a different kind of financial reality, I suppose.
It certainly frames the capacity for such generosity, yes. It underlines the financial world she operates in.
Yeah.
And Forbes India also pointed out her interesting journey, didn't they? She had that phase as a pop singer.
Oh, right. I remember that.
But now she seems to be stepping up more within the main Aditya Birla group, getting involved in their consumer businesses, their digital side.
So kind of pivoting more towards the core family business, maybe.
It suggests a growing influence there. Definitely. Yeah. A broadening role within this major conglomerate.
Okay, so this brings up an interesting connection, even if it's indirect. Thinking about celebrity endorsements and influence. Obviously, this Lamborghini wasn't like a paid promotion, it was a personal gift. But you've got two very high-profile people involved. Maybe looking at how endorsements usually work can give us some insight?
Yeah, I think that's relevant. The psychology behind it is key. When we see a celebrity we admire using something, it creates this aspirational link.
Right, like wanting the same sneakers as your favorite athlete.
Exactly. So this Lamborghini, even as a gift, adds to the sort of aspirational aura around both Janhvi and Ananya. It reinforces their status, their lifestyle. It's subtly powerful.
And celebrities lend credibility too, don't they? If someone you trust or look up to uses something, you're maybe more likely to think it's good quality.
Definitely. And while this isn't a product endorsement per se, Ananya Birla being associated with such an incredibly high-end luxury item, well, it reinforces her image as successful, discerning, which, can't hurt her own business ventures indirectly.
True. Good point.
And then there's the social side. Celebrity choices often act as social proof. We see influential people doing or having certain things, and it shapes what we think is desirable or cool within our own social groups.
It sets trends.
It shapes aspirations, yeah. What kind of social identity people want. So even a personal gift, when it becomes public knowledge like this, it ripples out. It influences perceptions about wealth, celebrity, what people aspire to.
It's fascinating how these personal actions have such public ripples. Okay, zooming out even more.
Yeah.
Let's talk about extravagant celebrity gifts generally. Because this Lamborghini is amazing, but it's not, completely unique in that world, is it?
Oh, not at all. The stories you hear are sometimes unbelievable. We're talking multi-million-dollar jewelry.
Private jets?
Private jets, yeah. Real estate. Cars are almost common in that context.
I remember reading about Kanye West's gift to Kim Kardashian, just insane stuff.
Yep.
Tom Cruise apparently got Katie Holmes a jet.
That was one rumor, yeah. And David Beckham gave Victoria's incredible necklace. Beyonce supposedly bought Jay-Z a jet for Father's Day.
Right, a whole jet.
So when you hear those kinds of examples, gifting a, multi-million-dollar Lamborghini while still incredibly extravagant for 99.9% of people.
It fits within that specific stratosphere of gift giving.
Exactly. It highlights that these grand gestures often mark deep connections, big milestones, or maybe, just maybe, they sometimes have underlying strategic elements too, even if it's just about reinforcing relationships or public image.
It's a complex mix of personal feeling and potentially public signaling.
Precisely.
Okay, so wrapping this up. We've had a really interesting look at this story. The purple Lamborghini, the friendship between Janhvi Kapoor and Ananya Birla, Ananya's own incredible background and ventures. And we've tried to place it in that bigger picture of celebrity gifts and influence.
Yeah, and it really leaves you thinking, doesn't it? With this final thought, is this Lamborghini just a really, really grand gesture of friendship between two successful women? Or could there be something more simmering beneath the surface? You know, could it hint at future projects together, maybe brand links down the line? Or is it part of a bigger narrative we don't see yet?
How do these very public displays of wealth, of friendship, actually shape how we see celebrities and the power they hold?
And what does it tell us about how things are maybe changing, evolving within Bollywood itself? The relationships, the influence?
Definitely lots to mull over there. It's way more than just a story about a car.
For sure.
It's a glimpse into this whole fascinating intersection of wealth, fame, friendship, and influence. So if you found this deep dive interesting, and honestly, how could you not? And you want more explorations like this, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit that button, because we have a lot more insightful stories and deep dives coming your way. You don't want to miss them.